Good morning, diamonds of the earth. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about some goals I have for the new year. One of them specifically is for reading, because I realized that other than for literary work for school and stuff, I haven't really reclaimed that joy I had in reading from when I was younger. I used to read a lot. I used to read basically 2 books a week, I think. But I would read one book within the span of 2 days. Obviously, it's not as much compared to other people. Some people read 5 books every day. They're reading 1 book. So I wasn't that diligent, but I did have a deep love for reading, that I would be able to read a book and finish it within 1 to 2 days because I found it so enjoyable. But recently, over the years, I lost that joy of reading, mainly because of life getting into the way, specifically with school and with work and all that stuff. I wasn't able to get back into the joys I had when I was younger, like when I was younger. So this year, I decided that I really did want to put more effort into reading more, but also getting more in tune with my spirituality as well. I think it's a very important thing for everyone to do, to have spiritual practices that they hold deep and dear to their hearts. I'm a Christian, so my spirituality is based off of the Bible and all the instruction that we receive, but also deepening my relationship with the God that I serve. So for today's video, I kind of have like a combination of the two because of a book I got recently. I follow a lovely, lovely, lovely woman called or named Dr. Michelle Daff. And if you guys don't know her, she is a YouTuber who really speaks on femininity and what it means to be a feminine woman within the means of the Bible, a godly feminine woman, godly woman. But her channel is all about femininity and reclaiming that femininity that a lot of us seem to not really tap into. So, because of her, I purchased this book called The Disciplines of a Godly Woman. And essentially, this book is just talking, essentially, the disciplines of a godly woman, what a godly woman should be doing based off of scriptures in the Bible. And this book, I think, is good in helping to not make it bite-sized, but in a way, like, it helps bite-size certain aspects of femininity and godly womanhood from the Bible, and they put it into a book where it speaks on scriptures, it speaks on lived experiences, and as well just has reflections. It's like a workbook. That's why I really did like about this. I started it off, and in each little chapter, you have little sections where they ask you questions. Basically, it's kind of like engaging you with what you're reading. What did you learn from this section of the book? What are the aspects of this section of the book that was talked about? Like, just questions like that, kind of. But yeah, I have it right now. I'm loving it so far. I only just started, but I also made it a goal for me to really get in tune with what I'm reading. I don't want to just read it and then get the knowledge and not apply it or try to apply it. So my goal for this one is to read it, understand it, know what's going on, and then apply it to my life, because I am a young woman. My goals in life, my hopes in life is that I get married, I have kids. Right now, that's not happening right now, but I want to prepare myself for that inevitable day where I'm able to walk down the aisle. And who knows, maybe I won't. It's all up in God's hands. So in the meantime, all I can do is I can work towards becoming a godly woman for myself. Not so much a godly woman for my husband or for my children, but only for myself and the godly woman that obviously God wants me to be. But yeah, so that's the book I'm reading. I have another book called The Book of the Courtier that I'm also reading, and that book, I learned about it in university with one of my Italian courses. And basically, the book is about just the daily lives and the etiquette of a courtier back in the Renaissance era in Italy. And I thought that it would be a really cool read because I remember how much I loved it in university. I loved hearing about it, all the things that we read I loved. So I wanted to kind of get back into it. I wanted to reclaim that love I know I have for literature, for reading, and I wanted to just get that excitement again. So yeah, my Amazon gift cards are done because of all the books I got. I have another femininity book that I'm reading as well, or I'm getting soon. They should be at the door soon, hopefully. I think it's Fascinating Womanhood. I think that's what the book is called. And I know it's pretty bad because I just got it. How do I not know the name of the book? That one I learned about through another channel. Her name is Bindi Mark, and she is a Christian housewife, house mother. She was the one that introduced me to that book, Fascinating Womanhood. I remembered her reading it in her channel. I was spamming those videos. I was like, it was really bad. I was really intaking those videos. So I decided that I wanted to get it for myself. I'm not the type of person to read books online. I really like the feel of them. I really like getting books and holding it and feeling it. One of my life's goals, my life's dreams, is to have a library inside of my house. I want to get a big enough house where I can have a room where it's literally just books. And you know, like those, like, some places have it. Some people have libraries in their house, and I'm very envious of you all. It's a testament to who you are as an individual as well, because you're really wanting to learn more about whatever it is. And it doesn't necessarily have to be fiction. It can be or it doesn't have to necessarily be non-fiction. It can be fiction too. It doesn't really matter what kind of book it is, because you're still learning. In a sense, you're learning new words, you're learning new different ways of writing, or different ways of whatever. Any type of information you can get from those books are very valuable, I think. So yeah, I would love to have a library, but right now it's not very feasible, but hopefully in the future, one day. I'm excitedly waiting for that book to show up. I'm excitedly waiting to finish this book. I don't know if you guys will want to hear my thoughts on these books, or if you guys would want to, I don't know, be a part of it. I'm not sure. If you guys would, leave a comment, let me know. If not, that's okay. That's why these videos are here. I think that there's a value in getting secondhand books. And by that I mean getting books that people are selling, or getting books that people are trying to give away. I think those are very valuable. And the reason why I say that is because you are able to see the mindset that that person was in when they were reading, especially if they're the type of person that writes in their books, or they're the type of person that underlines what they're reading. For my version of The Book of the Courtier, that's a secondhand book that I got, and I see the underlines that the last person made in the book, and I love seeing it, mainly because I like to see how people's mindsets were when they were reading it. My mindsets can be different compared to the last person, but I think it's very interesting to see someone highlight aspects of the book that they really enjoyed. Maybe it was probably for school, because typically that's what I see it for, but just for someone to just sit there and just to highlight it just for the sake of it, because they think this is really interesting, I need to keep this to memory. I think that's really cool. I know some other people do index cards. I haven't really seen a lot of indexing on my time of like searching through YouTube and stuff with all the people I follow. But yeah, indexing is one thing I learned recently. Actually, it's not something I've known about a long time. The person I learned about it from, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce her name, but there was one YouTuber I remember a while ago, I want to say just over a year ago, that I was following, who does indexing. They write down, it's not more so for reading, it's more so just for, it's for her note taking. She takes notes and then she has her index cards, and I think the index cards incorporates very vital things that happen in her day, or just exciting things that happened, or whatever it is. No, I think it is for that as well. It's kind of like having like field notes, where you have this notebook that you take with you everywhere you go, and whenever you see something interesting or entertaining or whatever it is, you write it down and try to keep it to memory. That's kind of what indexing is. Indexing in that regard, I guess, is more so after you've used your book, and then I guess from that you take your book and then you index it into a file and then you put it away somewhere. I think it's really cool. There's a lot of note-taking things and reading things I really enjoy. So yeah, sorry, I went on a tangent again. But all in all, I got 3 books that I'm excited to begin using. One of them for my spirituality, one of them for just for pleasure reading, and the other one I think is mainly for my character. I've been on a tangent recently about refining my character, I think. I want to just be more elegant, or more just composing myself better. I don't think I compose myself horribly. I think I'm okay with how I compose myself, but I think I could do better. I think there's always ways for you to evolve as an individual, and my thing right now, I think, is my character. I think my character could be better, especially in my character with God. I think I could do a lot better with that. So I'm looking forward to this year. This year, I'm really looking to gain a better character, at least work towards a better character. I want to see some change by the end of this year. I know the year just started, and I know we tend to not have our goals like there at, constantly throughout the year. Typically we just lose out. We get tired, we find it boring, and then we just stop. But I think there's certain things that are very vital. One of them being spirituality for me, and the other one being your character. If you don't have a good character about you, then no one wants to be around you. No one really likes you if you don't have really good character. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, because the weekend's coming up. And I hope you guys rest well. And I hope you guys, if you haven't come up with something that you want to be better at by the end of this year, come up with it. What do you want to be better at by the end of this year? Doesn't need to be a bunch of things. Just needs to be one. What's one thing that you really want to do better for this year? Whether it be you want to be a better cleaner, you want to be a better friend by, I guess, checking in on your friends. You want to check on your friends more to make sure that they're good. You want to be less selfish. You want to be selfless. You want to work towards that. You want to work towards being forgiving. You want to work towards anything. Anything that you really want to work towards that you think is going to benefit your character, work on it. And consistency is very hard. It is. So what I will say is that I just do your best to maintain a consistent schedule, or just be as consistent as you possibly can. Sometimes we'll falter, and it's okay. Those happen. Those times happen. But the most important thing is that you get back up and you continue. Because at the end of the day, if you continue after it was just a pit stop. You need to rest a little bit. You need to lean against a tree. You're walking too long, or whatever it is you need to do. So again, I hope you guys have an amazing week. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, my loves.